In a game full of garbage, there was one man that stood out. There was one masterclass performance. Therefore, I think it's only fair to give the Rangers man of the match to the one and only John Beaton. Not only was it penalty to Rangers today, it was penalties to Rangers today. Plural, bitch. And the amount of Rangers goals were also plural, because Hearts are shite. Stevie Naismith needs to go. If you want to hear a rant, check out Son of Scotland TV. I'm no busting my lungs again for another 10 minutes. Shite show today. Both teams were crap. Rangers got the win. I mean, fair play, John Beaton, whatnot, but shite game, shite 90 minutes. That's it. That's all I've got to say.
And we wanted to wait till the football in Scotland was done today to bring this fid, because we knew it was never in doubt. We knew the 5 points for Rangers was always going to happen, closing that gap. But it wasn't really that simple. I mean, for 90 minutes, I was preparing a rant like he said that he produced. But then Danilo produced a goal. And Tav, you know what? People were giving Tav pelters, but he scored the equalising penalty, then whipped in a great ball for Danilo. So, is Tav getting far too much criticism?
I think so. No, what bothers me is like when, well, it doesn't bother me, but I think it's mad when Rangers fans make it as if Tav's like the biggest thing wrong at the club. Fuck me. I could understand maybe wanting improvement on Tav, maybe think he's not captain material, maybe thinking that, you know, there's better right backs out there that can defend better than he can. But there are so many fucking players that need replacing before Tavernier. And I think if you just look at the players Rangers have got up front, that you need to stop looking at those two, because Lammers and Dessers, they wouldn't get a game for St Johnstone probably. If we're being honest, Nicky Clark, Stevie May, I'd probably take them both over.
No, if you take
two.
away the price tag, like, yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't get a game, because they're only getting a game at Rangers because of the price tag.
It'd be interesting if you actually if you compared the goals, league goals this season, that those two have against Nicky Clark and Stevie May, but I can't imagine there's a lot in it.
No, I did say, why is Tav taking the first penalty? Shouldn't he be giving it to the two guys that have no confidence? But fuck knows where the penalty would have ended up. It wouldn't hit the post.
Well, we did see Lammers take a couple of shots, and they all fucking landed about 10 miles over the crossbar, so probably where the penalty would have went as well.
No, they are. They're the two shittest players I've ever seen.
They're not good. I mean, Dessers can talk about, the fans are getting on his back. No wonder. What does he expect?
I just don't get it though. Like, this is 3 managers now within like what, a month that have actually stuck with these two guys. Look, when you laughed when McCausland came on.
I didn't laugh. I just thought it was pretty embarrassing that Rangers are bringing. It says a lot about the club and the state of the squad that they have to bring on McCausland to try and win the game at Ibrox against Hearts. But
he should be starting.
McCausland's the kind of guy that you expect Rangers to bring on when they're 3 or 4-0 up. Oh yeah, Guy Ross McCausland are on it.
No, seeing you've got Hadji and Alex Lowry on loan, and you've got fucking Lammers who's actually.
No, but that's
there.
my point. Like, we hear Celtic fans bitching about the lack of squad depth because they have to use James Forrest and Davy Turnbull and Mikey Johnson. Well, Rangers are having to use Scott Wright and Ross McCausland, so.
True, but I tell you what, Celtic ended the game with Mikey Johnston and what's the other, James Forrest up front.
See if they get.
That's better than Lammers and Dessers.
Fuck, anything's better than Lammers and Dessers.
No, it really is. But yeah, into this game. Good goal for Shankland. Yilmaz is too small. Can't really deal with this. Hearts take the lead.
How did John Suter not get a game today after his performance in Europe? I'll never understand it. If Rangers don't want John Suter, send the traitor back to Hearts. I'll take him.
Would you, aye?
As long as he apologises, like, promises to score a couple of goals against Rangers.
Apologises for what?
Bailing, leaving,
loads of players have left.
Aye, and they were all traitors as well.
What happened to
John Suter? He joined a long line of traitors.
What happened to moving on to pastures greener? Well, in this case, bluer.
Was he really?
Do you like that one? Well, yeah, I know what you mean. Rangers are pish, but like, this is just papering over the cracks. See, as great as it is, right, for Rangers to close the gap to 5, this was the same old shit, and I won't be told otherwise. But do you not think Rangers were pants?
Many trophies has John Suter won at Rangers? I'm assuming it's the same amount of goals Celtic scored yesterday.
Aye, nada.
So there you go. Look, we'll give Rangers this win. Doesn't matter, as long as John Beaton's no refereeing in the next one. We'll take the Scottish Cup Fireplay Cup semi-final.
Well, what will happen? Will Hearts win that game?
Will we better?
I tell you what, though, if they perform similar to what they did today in terms of defensively,
they were fucking shite.
Who?
Hearts.
They were alright defensively.
Aye, because look who they're defending against. Lammers and fucking
Aye,
Dessers.
but look who they're playing next week in the match you're talking about, so what's the problem?
Nah, I think Clement will probably change it by then. I mean, how many more games are they going to give those guys? They're garbage. Danilo's got a face mask, so he can obviously play, he's obviously scoring. Why would you not start Danilo?
I'd start the face mask.
Kane's mask up front.
It's gotta be Kane. I'd start Glenn Jacobs up. I'd start the Brothers of Destruction up front, because that's what these two are.
Dessers on a pole.
The Brothers of Undestruction. Fucking pish.
Right, penalty, Rangers, Tavernier at half time. Was it a penalty? Probably, but did it need to be? No, Toby Sibic giving away Rangers a penalty for no apparent reason. Cantwell's had a good bit of movement here, run into the box, but I don't really think he's going to get a shot off. And the best case scenario is that he plays it to like Dessers who can't score. So there's just no need to give away a penalty, but Sibic does that. We get a lifeline. Sander Clark doesn't go the right way. Tavernier hits the post, and then Sibic goes over and starts hugging Sander Clark as if he's pulled off an amazing save, when in reality, he didn't. Tavernier hit the post. Second half, Hearts done nothing. Absolutely nothing. No chances. The best thing Hearts created was a ball whipped, not whipped but it was just played across the 6-yard box. There was no takers.
It was really good for Shankland.
It was really good, but that's the only thing Hearts really done second half. Rangers huffed and puffed. We had Lammers from about maybe 7 yards out, and he hit the ball over the bar by about the same fucking yards. It's like, how the hell can you do that? We had a Raskin shot into the side of the net. I mean, other than that, though, it's just a bunch of block shots. There was nothing really in it up until the second penalty.
No, there really wasn't. This wasn't a Rangers. I know, I've just praised Hearts for defensively, but really, Rangers didn't do anything, man. And I think it's embarrassing that I think as soon as it went one each, Rangers went for it. Well, Hearts scored in the 5th minute. It's not like Hearts scored in the 87th and it knocked the stuffing.
Yeah, Rangers pretty much had the full game to try and get back in it, and
including that at time, Rangers had 94 minutes. And for about 85 of them, they were fucking abysmal.
Even the penalty, I never seen anyone really claim for it. Then all of a sudden, what's this? VAR's checking a possible penalty. We go to the screen. I mean, there's a tug on this shirt, but really, if you give a penalty for every tug, you're giving about 10 penalties a match. I think if there's a tug on the shirt, they should just come to the right conclusion and be right, well, did that tug prevent him from getting to the ball? Did it prevent a goal scoring opportunity? And in this case, I don't think it did. I didn't see Goldson winning this ball. Ball wasn't even going towards Goldson's direction. There was just no need at all for Haring to do this, but he done it.
Yeah, you know what, right? We can argue about if it's a penalty or not, but he doesn't need to do it. To me, it's fucking idiotic. He doesn't need to hold on to him. I mean, doing this at Ibrox or Celtic Park, I think you're just asking to give away a penalty.
Especially when there's VAR in play now. I'm not convinced. Say it's 1-0, and this is in the Hearts box, and it's, I don't know, it's Lundstrom on fucking Forest. I don't think this is given a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, it probably is. But the point is, it was given as a penalty, and we can argue, but he just doesn't need to do it, man. It's not even like he did it early on. Hearts this is a massive win for Hearts. Just like anyone at Ibrox is for any team, really, but Hearts should have walked away with the 3 points. They didn't. Big Phil's got out of jail. I say got out of jail. It's not like he's in jail.
Well, Tavernier blasted in the middle, 1-1, and then Danilo with the late goal.
Great goal, this one. Great ball for Tav. Great header. I mean, if this falls to Dessers or Lammers, I don't know where it ends up, man. Probably ends back at fucking Tynecastle.
I just don't know why Danilo's not starting. Who cares if he's got a broken face?
Or not fit.
You don't score with your face, you score with your feet, and Dessers has proven that he's not got any.
But the problem is with Rangers, they're starting games so bad. Look at Sparta Prague. The first 70 minutes was a bit... You can't play shit for 70 minutes and expect to win games. You can't.
Well, if John Beaton's the official, maybe you can, I don't know.
Well, what do you make of John Beaton having a season ticket? Do you buy that?
To be fair though, I think you can see why both. I think you can make a case.
If you can take the maroon...
It's not the worst penalties I've ever seen given to Rangers, let's put it that way.
Well, the way I look at it...
I think the second one is harsh. First one, it's just Sibic being a fucking tool. The second one, I don't think Haring... I think Haring gives the referee a decision to make. But I just don't think Goldson's getting on the ball. Therefore, I think some common sense would say he's not preventing.
Did he look at the monitor for the second one?
That's why he gave it. He came over and looked.
Yeah, well.
And once they look, you know they're giving it.
Nah, it's all over once they look, man. But anyway, guys, look at the league table.
Doesn't matter what tinted specs they're on. If they go to the monitor, it's been given.
Well, let's talk about a certain tinted specs. Ryan118, he says he was going to talk about the Celtic game after all the games were over. He was hoping on Rangers dropping the ball. They
I'll tell
did.
you what, for 80 odd minutes, like he was banging luck. I mean,
nah, but he needs to go to Specsavers. And let's talk about this. Rangers only 5 points behind Celtic. Is the league back on? For me, no. I think Rangers will still lose the league. So
I don't rate Celtic. I think Celtic are poor. Had a couple of good performances in Europe. Fair play. I don't rate Celtic. I think they've declined. It's not even how can anyone even debate whether they're better now than they were under Ange? The answer's fucking clearly no. I think this Celtic team. Well, I said at the start of the season, I think we'll see a lot closer league this year. I think both Old Firm teams will drop more points. It hasn't really happened yet, but
well, it has for one of them.
You know, it has for one. But I do believe Celtic will drop. I think it'll be like a mid-80s, low 80s points tally that wins the league this year. I don't think we're going to see the 100 points barrier or like a 90s. I think we'll be in the 80s.
But let's just be real though. I mean, 10 games played. Celtic have won 8 and drawn 2. I mean, that's a real. No,
that's a good record. But let's be honest. I mean, I think they've been fortunate in quite a lot of those games. I looked at the Aberdeen game. I thought they were fortunate. Motherwell game, extremely fortunate. They've struggled. I mean, there's 2 games against Hibernian and St Johnstone where it's been 0-0 and they haven't really. It's not like the goalkeepers in those respective games didn't pull off shitloads of amazing saves.
No.
That's been 2 games where Celtic have just kind of completely blanked.
I think a draw was a fair result though in that.
I honestly don't remember Ange's Celtic ever. Once he got in and they were like up and running and they were in full flow, I don't really remember Celtic ever being 0-0.
No.
I don't remember them ever. And if it was 0-0, because the other team had to fucking be at their absolute best.
True.
That's twice now we've seen this Rodgers team 0-0 games and really didn't do anything to win them.
You know, I totally get your point, right? But I've sat here for pretty much every Rangers game and said they've been pish today. Celtic have been pish in some of their, but look at it, but they're 5 points clear. I'm actually shocked, to be honest, it's 5 points, but you know what? We'll talk about it a lot more in the SPFL review show. There is another game to talk about today, which was Aberdeen getting beat 2-0 by Kelly.
It's amazing. Things can change in a couple of games, and we always knew this because the league title is so close, or not the league title, the league in general, so close. Talk about it more in the review show, but Kilmarnock obviously, knocked Celtic at the cup, beat Rangers. Everyone was saying, great start to the season. I believe in their second game, they were 1-0 up and conceded a late goal.
Yep.
Against Motherwell, I want to say it was.
I think it was, yep.
Free kick. So that happened, or else that would have been 2 wins for 2. Since that moment, Kilmarnock went about 7 games, I believe, without winning a game, and all of a sudden they were dropping right down to the bottom half of the table, and people were saying how, that's a good start gone. But back-to-back wins has put Kilmarnock now up into 4th place, and I expect them to kick on. I think Kilmarnock will finish top 6, and I could easily see them getting a European spot because you just look at the 3 teams that you expect to be behind the Old Firm, and at the moment they're just not there. Hearts and Aberdeen just don't have good enough managers, and Hibernian, even though I think Nick Montgomery's come in and done an okay job, I'm still not convinced. So we'll see. I think there's definitely a possibility that we see neither Hearts, Aberdeen or Hibs in Europe next season.
I think so. I think it's St Mirren's, honestly, I do. And we've got midweek action as well. How great's that?
For me, St Mirren don't finish lower than 3rd. I'm going to say that right now. They're 7 points ahead of Hearts with a game in hand. I mean, if they can win that game in hand and go 10 points clear, I've seen nothing to suggest that St Mirren can't keep up this good run of form. Now, I believe their game in hand is against Celtic. Or is that their 10th game, 11th game?
What I would say is, though, Hibs aren't going to sack another manager, so what they've got right now is probably what they're going to do. So I can see Aberdeen and Hearts sacking their managers.
And hopefully improve. It'll be hard for them to get much worse. But I think that's the current sack race. Stephen McLean's already gone. It's going to be a case of who's going next between Naismith and Robson, in my opinion. But we'll talk more about that, and we'll dive into that deep in the review show tonight. But it finished at Ibrox, Rangers 2, Hearts 1. Probably the fair result, if we're being completely honest. Rangers did have a lot of possession, a lot of chances. I think it's one of those results where, because Rangers actually scored, you can say that it's probably a fair result. But had Rangers lost 1-0, I don't think there could have been any complaints either, because they were shite.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. No, I think
it's one of those games I don't think you can say, they didn't deserve that or they deserved that. I think it's just a case of, they won, so they won.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I do think in that second half, Hearts could have went for it.
I don't think Hearts can sit here thinking be hard done by. They were shite.
Yeah,
If your hopes on winning the game is score early and hope the team that you're playing in is too shite to score against you, then
which almost worked.
It did almost work, but I mean,
I feel sorry for Shankland. Deserves better. But anyway, guys, till next time, peace.